No, szevasztok srácok, lányok. Itt újra Rap Devil beszél, és folytatjuk a Blood and Wine végigjátszást. A Witcher 3 sorozatból az utolsó DLC, és ugye a cintriai kapcsolat az, amivel folytatjuk a küldetést. Most sikerült összeszednem valahogy. Összejött az, hogy Anna Henriettának bejöjjön ez a bacak. Hát, választható cuccos volt az, hogy most tetszene a csajnak. Hát, megcsináltam. Rossz, csak nem származhat belőle, ha? Mi trisszé vagyunk. Na. Hogyha a királynőnek tetszünk, az már nyeri azt, hogy mindenben segíteni fog.
Late. Why does that not surprise me?
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. My, Geralt. Not bad at all. And you've even a mask. Just not the kind required.
Huh?
They're a little different, the ones Mandragora members wear. I've brought you one. Put it on.
Any idea why they wear masks?
Covid ideje van, miért visel mindenki maszkot?
The truth is far simpler. This way no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Let's go. Soiree's started.
Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain. How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. As soon as we find her, we find him.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Shame. We would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting...
We were really Cecilia Belont.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain...
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
Jó, emlékszem erre a
Residence
részre
belongs to
valamelyest.
none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns
De
this.
csak
The
voszlányok.
woman in the black dress, there on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Koviri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Centrian.
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paintballs, cast them at the canvas.
Good folk, yet another soul longing to express.
És mit kéne...
Silence. The artist must focus. I got it. It's the Sorito.
It's not a landscape, Clem. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Blue blood is all mine.
Úgy le tud dobni Geralt, ha?
Yellow. Why ever yellow?
It's obvious. It represents transgression in its purest form.
Nagyon faszán megy.
Should we tire of these hues, drop them in the tail and grab a different way. Let green, lush and verdant as a field of vines. To vines and to wine!
Itt egy róságtesztesség. Fejtsd meg. Ez egy mána, gec. Lila.
Quite the noble climate. Splendid! The sky over Toussaint before a storm.
Or a deeply internalized fear of interest.
Nincs több. De van. Haha.
Voila! Fine. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism. The continual battle between good and evil.
Ebben.
Defiance.
Harcot meg dühöt.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
And defiance.
Hogyne.
This painting is marvelous. It's very bloody color.
Absinthe. Preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
Your boards are
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
about to burst from the surfeit of beauty.
Fine. Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
Ez a kínaiaknál szokás már.
Ah, how beautiful. Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck. The
Akkor
difference, that is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
meggyújtom az egészet, hogy menjen az egész. Na. Most már kutasd át. Nem választható, hanem a kutasd át rész jön.
Pretentious. I was prepared for all sorts of criticism, but pretentious. Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmeffant-garde. It's all about two things. Coin and copulation.
Ott egy RDL-lel kapcsolatos szumó. Itt lent. Hogy jutok oda le? Igen.
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Kaviri orchid lends just the right contrast to...
Need to talk to your model. It'll...
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love.
Wow.
I know the style, the stroke. This is...
The gracious lady has heard of me.
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself.
At one point, the palace chamberlain even wrote to...
What was the matter?
When he learned I only ever paint nudes, he severed all contact. He said he would not dare offend her illustrious highness with such a proposition. I've always longed to paint her. Such a shame.
I think you may still get your chance.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centrian noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Centrian noble. Ah!
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the...
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift. A heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like...
Ja, azért ugrottam át gyorsan, nehogy csesztessen érte a YouTube. Bocsi, hogy túl gyorsan, nem szívesen tettem. Mit mondott? Szerelmes levél.
Love letter penned on a napkin. Look.
Elolvastam.
Oh, my amour, my sunbeam flittering across the firmament of my life.
Hit of Fistech. Artist's way of numbing their existential pain.
I do not even wish to comment.
Sertésflekken. Az meg mi a bánatos.
Empty heart-shaped
Ereféreg.
box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it. Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
Megérdemelte a csóri. Megérdemelne egy pár verést. Az a csávó, esküszöm. Hülye dallamaival együtt.
But what if he doesn't come?
He'll definitely come. Don't worry.
How can you be so sure?
Nagy kalesti.
Aren't they even? Because the right cup seems somewhat higher to me.
Nagyon nagy vallás, jó ez a nagy kalesti.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Mi is azok vagyunk.
Come, we must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace?
Shh. Not so loud. We are here.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall.
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a note.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered. A black beard peeping out from under his mask.
It must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Quickly, upstairs.
Upstairs.
That must be Cecilia.
Ha megharapták.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana at once.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue.
Bloody handprint. It's his. Killed her and went out on the balcony.
Aztán mondta, hogy nem vihetek el akármit. Ja.
Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever.
Jó, kérem, nem kaphatom meg a felszerelést sem.
Strong too. Must have climbed this ladder.
Melyik ez a létrám? Én nem látok. Létrát. Ez egy kicsit korhat létrának, nem? Na mindegy.
Could still be here. Need to stay alert.
Na.
Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard, then sank to the floor.
Földre zuhant. Aranyszar. Ó, jöhet. Jó pénzére adjuk.
Bloodstains.
Vérnyom.
Links of a snap chain. Jewel must have been on it. Links of a snap chain. Jewel must have been on it.
Ne ugyanazt mond.
Precious
Értékesít.
stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace. Seems there was a struggle. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably. Canvas is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like. Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room. Hunting knife. Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out? Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centrian must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centrians killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my...
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so he struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He...
fell out of the window.
Just so.
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. I can take care of myself, I assure you. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centrian must have been on a...
So it is not him we seek. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his...
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense...
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. drawn with the same ink, too.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of...
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to... Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on...
It could...
Na miről?
My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parent...
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was... cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt...
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbert that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for
Hát
sisters.
nem lehetett könnyű neki.
Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift. At a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl, someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Duntine, and if Siana is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape or form. You must make sure of that.
Semmit sem ígérhetek, de megteszek, amit tudok.
Can't guarantee her safety, unfortunately. Especially if she's one of those responsible for these crimes.
Witcher, that was not a request.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources to the Witch's Hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally. Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. What might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trait for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher,
And the Duchess of Toussaint? My, my.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detloff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detloff believes you'll succeed in your task.
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renner.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Oriana. She really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long.
But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are.
That's splendid news. If they are there,
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract two women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detloff, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detloff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detloff. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Detlaff. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be...
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish this second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out? You have exceptional friends. This Detlaff, an intriguing man to say the least.
don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count Delacroix' mill. It stands along the San Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
Micsoda szép képpel néz ki. Olykor a játék az meséli, hogy mi a helyzet. Nem kell közbeavatkozni. Ezért sem akarok megszólalni a párbeszédeknél. Magyar felirat, minden. Na most kérem vissza. Kérem vissza a felszerelésem. Hol van az arcom? Oh yes. Ide kérem szépen. Fakel. Mr. Fakel kell. Ahogy régen becézték a fákját. Meg még mi? Más nem. Mr. Fakel elég lesz.
Sir
Itt megnézhetnénk itt valamit. Itt ennél a javas embernél nincs valami. Egy hölgy, jól láttam. Van-e nála olyan tudatos, ami nekem kellhet? Ez a szíverősítő, ez jó lenne. Van-e nálad ilyen, hogy bölényfű? Az például kellhet. Bót. Bölényfű, ott van, 6. Zsír. De 6-ot kérem. 11 van nekem, 15 van nekem, 22 van nekem. Nem vesszük meg. Alchímia. Ezeket a porokat, héter, meg mit tudom én mi. Nem. Ezeket még nem tudom, hogy. És ilyen. Homoktövis. Az elvileg a víz alatt van. Homoktövis nincsen nála. Hát, sajnálom. Akkor menjünk tovább a hóvihar után. Homoktövisen kívül, ez is homoktövis. Ilyenek nincsenek nála, szukkubusz mutagén, az biztos. Sírbanya. Meg kell ölnöm egy sírbanyát. Szóljatok rá, hogy meg kell ölnöm sírbanyát. Nincs más, jó. Ja! Vissza alkémiába levenni a ezét. Így. Ne legyen bejelölve semmi. Most már csak azokat az éter, meg mit tudom én miket. Adjál már! Itt... nem fogok futkosálni mindenhova. Úgyhogy gyors utazunk egyet, srácok, lányok. Addig hallgassátok ezt a kiváló zenét, ami a háttérbe szól. Éjfél után kell találkoznunk velük. Jó van, először oda megyünk. Hello. A vezetés lehet gyorsabb. Azt. Kiül rajtam az álmosság egy kicsit. Mi az Isten volt ez? Macska? Páva. Te páva. Nincs szükségem már más növényre. Csak ilyen éter, meg mit tudom én mire. Szükségem. Fölszedtem eleget. Azokat valahogy meg kell találnom. De hogy hol. Hogy ez az utolsó küldi lesz. Aha! És mellékküldetések akkor már nem is érhetők el.
I'm early. No guardsmen yet.
És akkor nem is tudok visszatérni. Jó van. Semmi gond. 49-es. Éjfél után. Éjfélre. Na. Ez az utolsó küldi. Yes. Ezt is befejezzük. Ez szinte egy hét alatt 3 játék.
So eager are you? The mill then. We shall discuss the assault inside.
Ott voltam az előbb. Csak szólok. Oda bent voltam.
See, you already prepared a plan. Walk me through it.
We have 2 objectives. To find Her Illustrious Highness's sister and capture the man who blackmailed the vampire. Duntine is a modest complex. Several old buildings, a high wall around them. At the center of the... We mean to strike here, through the main gate. Then...
How many men defend Duntine, you know?
Roderick maintains a team of knights for defense. Also, Roderick recently took in a band of foreign men.
Need to hit them from both sides. You draw the defenders, keep them busy. I'll sneak in the back way, find the women, make sure they come to no harm. I'll vault over the wall as soon as you start your assault.
Your plan puts you at great risk, but I sense you will handle it well.
Let's go. Intézzük el. Csináljuk meg. Én a PC verzióban nekem azzal lett vége, hogy a Detlefot kinyírtam. Valahogy. Ez most egy másik ending lenne? érdekel ez most engem. Nagyon kíváncsi vagyok, hogy most ez hogy fog végződni. Így most egy hét alatt 3 játékot is fullosan ki... Hát nagyrészt fullosan végigvinve. Legalább jöhetek más játékokkal majd később.
Roderick's horses and we bolt. We won't vault far if the boys out front don't hold.
Not so fast. Little change of plans.
Igen, itt vagyok, gyerekek. 47-es. Hát miből vagytok ti gyerekek? Nem ezt akartam, hanem ezt. A nyilas tűzzel. Hát sok sikert. Na most te jössz, nyilaskám. Szóval te elkezdtél engem nyilazgatni, mi? Halálra veszted. Tud védekezni, és odafigyelj. Oda. Az istenit. Mi lehet téged? De levágtam a karját. Miért?
I see no ducals along the road. They must not be gone. Faster! Load those crates on the wagon! We'll manage! Someone's here. They've breached the back wall. Come on! Go on, lads! Beat the bum butcher!
Nézd meg! Miért azt csinálni, amit nem akarok? Szar vagy. Na és most az Axiellel szépen. Hoppá! Kapták.
Mercy! Mercy! I did no wrong!
Nah, kept the wrong damn company. Centrion's men, where are they?
I knew. Shouldn't have let them under my roof.
Where's the hostage, the woman?
What do you mean? I know nothing about a hostage. Must be the handiwork of my guests.
Where are they now?
In the keep.
There's someone with them? Woman named Sienna?
Of course. She...
And a whole pile of trouble along with them. Where...
Packing. We were to leave together, and... old.
Where is she? In the keep too?
Yes. Her chamber is... What will become of me?
Leaving you to the Ducal Guard, if you don't bleed to death in the meantime.
Huey, pox upon you!
ökör. Hát értem.
Giving you one last chance. Yield.
Ted Harnett got us into this. Kill him! Attack!
Nem fog működni itt a vámpír.
Need to get into the keep. They shall pay for everything.
50-es. Két vampírok mindjárt lesz. De égnek. Na csináljátok. Győzzétek le a harcsát is vissza. Na, gyerünk. De jó vagy. Még van. Innen kezdtünk, ugye? Még harcolhatnék Javangerálnak, de miért? Hát itt mindenki meghalt, nem? Na, azt hittem valami bug.
Wasn't expecting to see you two here.
We thought you could use our help. So, Witcher, this is no time to explain. Where is Rena?
Expect to answer a lot of questions inside.
Let us go then.
Legfelső emeleten ott. Azt mondta Roderick. Itt a csajod. De szerintem nem akar látni.
Rena. Are you hurt? If any of them.
You know me. I'd never let them hurt me. I just waited for you
Nem
to
éppen.
come.
I didn't know where to look. They threatened to kill you. Forgive me. I failed you.
Már csak Gwentes
Now we need only find Anna
küldetések voltak
Henrietta's
amúgy,
sister.
úgyhogy
Where
azt
should
nem
we
kell.
look? Do you know?
Mm-hmm. Ran into Roderick, Duntine's lord. Told me where I'd find Sienna.
Then speak and let's grab her. Time is short.
Said she was in a room in the tower. Very one we're in right now. Which, incidentally, looks nothing like a prison cell. And just so happens there's a carafe full of wine here. Bet it's stolen San Real.
What's your point?
Stop playing dumb. I know everything. Your plan, that this was part of it.
Witcher, what is this?
Sorry, Dettlaff. You've been had.
My friend, please. You must listen to what Geralt has to say.
Renna's not her real name. This is Sienna. And Sienna is sister to Anna Henrietta, the Duchess of Toussaint.
What? What nonsense is this?
Sienna was banished as a child, but it seems she trekked back here recently. Moved into Duntine and ran a Vandergild out of here. Sent a man called the Cintrian to Beauclair to steal some wine for her. Wine reserved for the ducal family. Cintrian led us to her. Caught him later stealing a jewel Sienna had gotten from her father as a child. Sorry, Dettlaff. She used you. Part of her plan.
If you do not, I will raise Beauclair to the ground. This I promise you. You've 3 days. I shall be waiting.
He just fly off?
He did not wish to act rashly. He's gone to soothe his nerves.
Think he'll do it? Make good on his threat?
I cannot say. He can be unpredictable when fury consumes him.
I shall go to him.
Come again? After what he just...
You don't know Dettlaff like I do. If I don't do as he says, he truly will destroy the city. He's more than capable of it.
Conscience gets to you now?
Better... better late than never, right?
Well, it truly does seem the best option.
Your Grace, we must proceed with caution. Guardsmen saw vampires here. They could still be about.
Vampires or no vampires, my sister is here. Find her.
Your Grace, that...
Sienna, it's true. It's you. Sister, dear, what have you gotten yourself into?
So concerned, I'm surprised. Is there an ounce of truth to it?
You feel resentment. I understand. But I promise we shall work through all the unfortunate matters of the past. We will discuss them later. Captain, escort Sienna to the palace. I shall meet with her as soon as we return.
As you wish, Your Grace.
And you, Witcher. You have my thanks. I cannot believe my sister was so near the whole time. Roderick of Duntine shall answer for treason and blackmail.
Roderick got duped and used, just like the vampire.
Apropos, were you able to establish who kidnapped his beloved?
We've discovered Siana blackmailed the vampire. Ordered him to kill those men.
What? What nonsense is this?
She is his missing lover. Staged her own abduction to force him to do her bidding.
He was a tool. Whole scheme was Siana's. She was behind it.
You're mistaken. You must be. This cannot be true.
Your Grace, I know this vampire and...
What? You know him? Who is he?
Dettlaff.
The same who so recently sat at my table and told me of Nazaire. Is there anything else you've neglected to mention? A dragon living beneath Mount Gorgon, perhaps? Is anyone else here a vampire? Where is he now?
Waiting for Siana. If she doesn't show up to meet him by an appointed time, he'll destroy Beauclair.
He dares threaten us?
Your Grace, we have 3 days to bring him Siana and...
Not a word. You have 3 days to bring me his head. No more secrets. No more helping vampires. I want what I'm paying for. The head of the beast.
Na, most mit tegyünk? Most mit tegyünk? Most tényleg az lesz. Tényleg az lesz, ami a PC-s verzióban volt. Nem tudtam már. Úgy látszik, nem lehet más csinálni. Meg kell küzdeni Dettlaffal. Nem volt könnyű. Azt azért tegyük hozzá. Akkor nem volt könnyű.
Do you think her Grace's nerves have been calmed?
Doubt it. Rarely forgets, rarely retracts what she says, especially not threats.
Yes, well, even I must admit Dettlaff's actions were highly inappropriate. Reprehensible, even. Are you upset?
Why would I be?
Let's see. You're returning from your hunt empty-handed. No trophy. No new lead to boast of, then pursue.
What can I say? It happens at times. Especially likely to when the monster I'm chasing can turn into fog.
How do your employers customarily react when you fail to meet their expectations?
It depends. Peasants cuss me out. Merchants demand I refund their deposit, whereas nobles mostly just release their hounds.
And rulers?
Usually threaten me with the gallows.
A most illustrious grace awaits the gentleman.
Na. Gondolta magát, vagy valami mást akar.
Grace, the population demands she be punished. Siana's committed terrible crimes. Spilt so much blood. They...
Another word, Palmerin, and I shall spill even more blood. Yours. I repeat for the last time. Siana is responsible for the death of many, true. But she is also my sister. We are bound by blood and by a shared childhood. I shall not allow her to be lynched.
Your Grace, I fear the masses might rise. Storm the prison, pitchforks and torches in hand.
Let them storm. They will not find her there. Siana is hidden away in a safe place. She shall await trial there until we have rid ourselves of this accursed vampire.
De jó.
Which, to judge by your means, has not yet come to pass.
Did what we could, but...
My patience is at an end, Geralt. Where is he? Where is Dettlaff?
Don't know. I lost his trail.
Is this all you have to say?
I respect your grace. All I can say is the truth.
At times, I hunt foxes. Do you know how it works? The ducal huntsman releases the hounds. You, Witcher, have had a week. The aid of my most excellent knights. Yet, I've begun to suspect my beagles might...
We'll catch him, Your Grace, sooner or later.
I should hope so, Witcher. For the sake of all Beauclair and yours. But to the matter at hand. Have you managed to establish anything?
Your Grace, it seems Siana tricked Detlaf, used him to murder the knights who escorted her into exile. We have reason to believe that...
Your Grace! Vampires!
What? Speak now!
Vampires! They
The
protect
vampire.
Captain de la Tour defends the square near the boat landing, but so many lives lost.
Damn it.
Mit csinál ez a Detlaf már megint? Még repülnek is?
If it's war this Detlaf wants, it's war he shall have.
Bruxa. Áj, te imádom őket. Hoppá, a kardom meg. Százalék. Basszus. Felszettem a jolt nála, 51-es.
Siana failed to appear as summoned. And there. Detlaf is not making either choice.
Seems not. Need to make some serious plans of our own now. It's gone too far, damn it.
Regis, you mentioned there was a way to draw Detlaf out. A way you've avoided resorting to so far because you thought it was too dangerous.
Is that how I put it? Do forgive me, I've misled you terribly. The word dangerous is simply a scandalous understatement in this case.
Regis, another inner monologue growing out of a personal dilemma. Just tell me how to flush Detlaf out, force him to meet, please.
In due course. But first, Geralt, I'd like you to consider the alternative. After all, you could fulfill Detlaf's demand and liberate his beloved...
Think Detlaf still believes Siana's innocent?
I believe he suspects something. He must. And he seeks to understand what happened.
And for that he's declared war on the entire duchy?
What can I say? Moderation was never his strong suit.
Really want to free Siana? Hand her over to Detlaf? Refuse to
It's hard to believe, I know. But Detlaf is not actually evil, merely impulsive. He needs...
So say I agree to this, because I might.
I do not recall ever suggesting we ask her permission.
The meeting. What if it's nothing like you say?
What if it goes sour, ends in a fight?
It seems unlikely in the...
Didn't ask for a lecture on probability. Need a simple answer. Yes or no.
I vow that not a hair on her head shall come to any...
Got serious reservations about this plan. Not least among them, we have no idea where Sienna's...
Hardly a reservation. More of an excuse. I'm certain you'll...
Could ask Damien. That just treats him like a lapdog. Keeps him close most times.
There, you see? I knew you'd think of something. I trust I've dispelled your doubts, then.
Not so fast. We're not done talking. How would I go about luring Detloff out of hiding if I wanted to? With the blood of a virgin?
You see, somewhere nearby lives an unusual denizen. One of the unseen, ancient and powerful vampires. Among the oldest and strongest.
And?
Toussaint is this unseen elder's territory. All vampires owe him fealty while they are here. He need but say the word, designate a time and place.
So this unseen elder, how do we convince him to summon Detloff?
We must find him first. The elder does not see arrivals unless he absolutely must. But locals, Oriana, for instance, you know, she too is a...
Yeah, figured it out. All right, let's say she gets me in to see the unseen elder.
I don't know. You'll have to improvise, I suppose.
So I'm basically stuck.
You know what I would opt for. Should we free Sienna and arrange for her to meet with Detloff, there's a good chance we'll all survive this ordeal.
Regis, don't mean to put you on the spot, but I gotta know. Say I do decide to fight Detloff. Who'll you stand with?
Should you decide your sword is the sole solution, I shall not stand in your way.
Appreciate it.
Certainly hope so. Now, please tell me, what is it you intend to do?
Na ez a durca. Itt vajon mit kéne dönteni?
Sorry, Regis, but folk have died. Got no time to lose. Especially not on some kind of peculiar therapy for bizarre couples.
I see. Alas, you know what to do. You must see Oriana, ask her to introduce you to the unseen elder.
What'll you do?
Now? Whatever I can to limit the number of... Should you learn where the elder dwells, do whisper a word to the ravens.
Even though that could mean you'll fight Detloff?
Even though. Good luck.
Nyitok egy új videót. Azután mi est? Most? Tudok menteni? Nyitok egy új videót innen, jó? Mindjárt jövök.